It's funny because I'm realizing that fantasy is kind of taking over my life. There's some backlash, Adam. My personal life
It's
has
ruining
backlash.
your dating life?
Let me tell you what I woke up to this morning by text.
Uh-oh.
Because you see, I don't feel like watching games in loud places anymore. It's not a bar environment situation. It's serious. Do you agree with this? It's important that we know what really happened, not listening to music, watching it at a bar. So I wake up to this. It's more important for you to see how many tackles James Harrison gets, or if you want to hang out with me. Someone's a little feisty about my need to watch the game alone and not be talked to.
That's amazing. So Lisa Ann turned down a potential, should I say, date?
Yeah. It's the guy I'm dating for
to
sure.
watch football all day on a Sunday. You know, there's a lot of guys out there right now that are like, I want that to be my girlfriend.
And, you know, there's the commitment. Like, listen, we can watch the games together, but there have to be deals have to be made. We're not talking unless it's a commercial, and I might want to flick it to another game. So there might not be much talking. So just want to be okay that this isn't like a needy visit. You know, do you need anything out of this visit that's going to distract me?
Here's the deal on Sundays. From 10 a.m. until the last play of the Sunday night game, it's all business. After that,
No talking.
right.
No talking. You can
Unless
feel
it's
free to bring
fantasy related.
food. You can bring food in the room, drinks in the room. You could wait on me. You know, whatever. That's fine. No talking.
Can you imagine if this was a problem, though, for your date? Imagine he got really upset and maybe created an argument or wasn't happy. Can you imagine that? I mean, what kind of guy would do that?
Well, we were in bed together, I'm not going to lie, and I had to do a draft. And so I had to start doing this draft, and he was very upset with me, and this was when this all began to become a little bit of a problem. I'm like, but it's a time-sensitive thing, and everyone's in the room. I'm not going to go to auto draft. And I could have put the computer down in between, but you want to see who other people are taking, so you cross them off your list. You want to go, you know. And that was, I think, a little bit of demise because here we are laying in bed and I've got the laptop in my face and I'm looking up stats on the iPad while he's trying to, you know, no, it didn't work so well.
It didn't?
No.
That's never happened to me. Never happened where a girl was trying to do her draft in bed and because I wouldn't get mad.
Of course you wouldn't.
Well, it depends, though. It depends what is going on at that moment. You know what I mean?
And it depends if she's drafting against you. Well, it does depend what's going on at that moment. But back to that can happen again 10 minutes later, can't it?
That is true.
I mean, I didn't know the draft was going to be 3.5 hours long. That's where I became a little bit of a problem. It did drag out.
That is a long draft. Who
Everyone
were you drafting
was
with?
talking, and everyone was instant messaging, and it was a 2-minute 58-second per.
A 3-minute clock? That's
very long,
extensive.
right?
Yes.
It was very extensive, and people use the whole 3 minutes.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
Hopefully it's a lesson learned for next year.
Yeah, I won't have a date that day. And if I do, I'll make it later. That's the lesson learned. Okay, I will still be in that draft because it was fun.
I want to know if this relationship's going to last now. I want to see how upset the guy is.
Yeah, I'm hoping once his schedule picks up, it'll leave me more room to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd still like to keep it going, but I'm not going to be in a loud place watching football on a Sunday, and I'm sorry. It's what good 17 weeks of sacrifice. It's really not that big of a deal, is it, Adam?
It's not.
It's not that big of a deal. Can we just not sacrifice? Can we look at it as some sort of, event that's like, like a little made up religion? We have to do this. We can't be interrupted.